Kuf Yud Gimel. So he says, Yizboyer Bechinas Chadshei HaShanah Matikunim. So first of all, my question would be, what tikkun do they need? How do we straighten out? I'm not sure. There's something more to that, I think. But what's the tikkun for the months of the year? V'tz ritzon leharche babir bezecha ve'inyan da ki bechinas kol hachadashim heim malchus. So the concept of months is in malchus. V'nechlochen l'shtei bechinos. Echad hu b'hiyoseh b'tzad atzma v'hasheni hu b'tzad hazachar. So atzma, I guess he meant it's female. So he meant to say that there's one that has to do with malchus, and another what has to do with their anpin, or the male element could be yisod. We talked about that just a second ago. Like we say, like devagaki kol chadash and nekrayim rosh chadash. The shekulim heim bechinas rosh, because all of them has the concept of a beginning, of a starting place or a top. Commotion ivoir, as could be explained. The naskil, let's begin. He says, b'shisha chodshei hakayitz. Kiheim benukva, that's the part that's female. V'hischaltach menissim, and their beginning, v'hischalosam, I guess, is menissim, comes from nissen, ki lechein kol chodesh v'chodesh, yesh bar misper yamim rabim, it has a whole bunch of days. Shehem shloshim yom, more or less, b'kol chodesh. The horas ki heim bebechinas roshim, and to teach you that these are the concept of the beginning spot. Called Rosh Mechem Kol Bechinas Yamim Rabim, because every head will have a lot of other shefa within it, all kinds of the bechinas. V'hinech of Nissen who go Golus and Nekeva. So let's talk about this. Is the female part of the year. Nissen is the head of the female. Ir v'Sivan, those two. Trin Udnim Delo are the two ears. So we're talking about the Rosh now, right? Tammuz v'Av. Let's take those two. Are the Eining Delo. They are her eyes. So therefore, besod Eini Yordemayim. My eyes, water falls from. In other words, I cry. Ki trin Einin, because it has to do with the eyes. They're kochos adin. Very interesting that how we use our eyes to judge things. The Gavarn is barbet slenda b'chakdamas bir idris azinu. Ki hanayim heim netzach and hod. All over there it says they're netzach and hod. He said v'lechem nechera b'bayis ikar churbanach b'chodesh av. So therefore the main part is in av, which is the left eye. Shehu yosho, hahod besod kol chayom david. Shehu hefech osius hod. Elul hu b'chotem, it comes to the nose. V'hinei shar b'chinas hapashal, so it remains what's left over after you got to the nose now. What you don't have yet is the mouth, her mouth. She'ein lo remez b'chodashim, because the mouth of Malchus has no remez, or the mouth of the nukva, he wants to say, it has no remez. V'hinei begam sheshes chadshei hachoref, all those in the winter time. They are the winter. They are the male months. In the same way, Tishrei hu gul to Chazachar, Choshen Cheshvan is Vakislev are the Trin Odnim, Tevis v'Shvat, which is the Saturnian months. Trin Einin are the two eyes. Adar hu hachotim nisha hapeh shalazachar she'ein lo remez b'chodshim. It has no mouth. It does. So what does that mean that it has no mouth? I don't know. Going on. Tam shekidish hachodesh sarak lihiyos daika b'peh. So therefore, you see what's going to happen here is that to be mekadosh the mouth, you have to do it, and the mouth will stick apart. The Kaddish is a Chodesh mitzvahs aseh, so that you should make a mitzvahs aseh. And then that into that positive commandment of bringing these words out of the mouth. And they say these two words, these two phrases. Mekudesh twice. As you call them out at their specific time. Atem kasiv, it says you, kasiv, it's plural. Ki the siva shebechidas apeh shel hazachar v'chanekeva. Ein lo remez b'chad HaShanah. There's really no way to build their mouth. Tzarek l'remozo so al yedei Sanhedrin. So therefore, you have to have an outside party, the Sanhedrin, which is the ultimate judge, the Amavakshim Osam Bepichum, who is actually seeking this knowledge from their mouths, comes out of the mouth. So he said, I'll skip the blurb and I'll say, now you really understand it good, the proper idea. Lama ein ma'avrim as HaShanah, why do we not have a leap year? Why is it only then? He said, Lama ein ma'avirim as Elul. What about Elul? Because Elul is the opposite of Pisces. In Pisces, which is Adar, there we make an extra month. Which would be at the end of the summertime. He says, wait a minute, I might have skipped something. Akayitz. Gam tavin tam lama tam to cheskia. She'ikr nissen v'nissen, that he says that the she'iver nissen, he wanted to make the change of the extra month in nissen. V'lama lo hoidelo. Why didn't they agree with him? The reason is this. Visha Adar Hu HaChodesh HaZachar. It has to be a male year, so why not a female year? What's wrong with that? But remember, it has no mouth. So therefore, by adding this extra month, you're adding in another feature, which is going to be Adasheni. Which is going to be really next to the concept of the mouth. So this completes the path. Now we only do this every few years, like every 3 years, 2 years, like that. So he says, how does that work for the rest of the time? Nishlam b'chidas apeshalo of Nissen, who min hashana acheris is from the other year, acheris haboa, which is nothing to do with this year. It's not the male year anymore. V'od ki Nissen hu b'chad shechan nekeva. There's nothing you could do about that. In this part, I didn't see him answering the question why you did it in the male part of the year and you didn't do it in the female part of the year. Okay, I think that we have, 1 minute, so I think we'll stop here, and we'll pick that up in the next time. Call Tuv, thank you for listening here to the Tikkun Elevator Kollel.